Would you rather be built like Michael Jordan in his prime, but you have a 1-incher? Or would you rather have a 12-incher, but be built like a jelly bean and be 4'11"? I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking the 4'11" jelly bean with a 12-incher. Peep game and lock in. So today we're gonna look at some devious would you rather. And of course, I'm not asking you to play with me, I'm telling you you're playing with me. We are answering all these questions. I'm allowing myself one pass if I just can't answer a question, but other than that, I gotta answer all of them. I'm pretty scared but also excited at the same time. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Would you rather live through the Black Plague with a 50% chance of getting infected, or fight in World War II with a 50% chance of getting shot in the head? So 50% chance of dying or a 50% chance of dying. Being infected with the Black Plague is a slow process, I'm pretty sure. Slower than getting shot in the head, so I have to suffer for a little bit with the Black Plague. Either way, I'm probably gonna end up dying, so I choose the quick way. So World War II, for sure. Would you rather be the biggest genius ever, like unimaginably smart, just so smart you can do anything and know anything, etc., but you are so ugly to the same degree, so ugly that when people look at you, they throw up, and there's no cure to this ugliness at all? Or the complete opposite, you're so insanely beautiful, like we're talking Aphrodite level beauty, but you're so dumb that you're basically just a conscious rock. Like you're so dumb you can't even imagine how dumb you are. Like dumb to the same magnitude that you're beautiful. Also, there's no cure for this either. Genuinely, I don't know if I can handle seeing people throw up at the sight of me. Getting a dirty look is one thing, but somebody genuinely puking, blowing chunks at the side of my face, I couldn't handle that, I'm not gonna lie. So, and there's no cure to this at all. Like, I'm so smart, but I can't think of anything to stop me from being that ugly. I'm just stuck like that, but I'm smart. From the looks of it, I don't think anybody would ever love me for real. Like, nobody would ever want to actually get to know me because I'm just that repulsive. The ugliest ugly to ever ugly, I don't know if I can do that. I mean, I don't want to sound vain, but like, it genuinely gets to a point. But being so dumb, but you also said that I couldn't even imagine how dumb I am. So I'm not aware of what I'm missing out on. I'm not aware that I'm missing out on all the knowledge in the world. I'm just dumb and happy and pretty. Probably gonna get taken advantage of, but pretty privilege does sound pretty cool. Probably gonna end up like getting hurt somehow just because I have no survival instincts, no nothing, but finding somebody to take care of me won't be very difficult. So hate to do it, but I'm gonna choose the second option. Would you rather raise the age of consent by 10 years or lower it by 2? I'm raising it by 10 years. 18 is really low anyways. It should be at least 21. The concept of somebody 30 plus or even 25 plus getting with a teenager just because it's legal, I think 21 makes the most sense. Your frontal lobe is more developed than when you were 18. You can make better decisions on your own. Dudes will genuinely see a 17-year-old and count down the days until they turn 18. But yeah, turning to 28, it's actual like 60-year-olds with 19-year-old girlfriends. That doesn't even make sense. But like, if you're 60 and you want to date, you know, the minimum age, which is 28 years old, go right ahead, bro. Their frontal lobe is fully developed. They're pushing 30, but lowering it to 16. Do you understand what that's gonna do? People are going to wait for 15-year-olds to turn 16. Girls are gonna start creating OnlyFans and start stripping and doing whatever at 16 years old. Dudes are gonna show up to Sweet 16 parties and start scouting. I'm choosing the first option, and it's not even close. It's not even a hard decision. 7 days with a femboy chained to you. He must be wearing all pink and a crop top. He would do everything with you, such as sleep with you, eat with you, shower with you, or the same thing with a trans tomboy, except she's in charge and you wear the pink crop top. You know, I hate to use my one pass this early, but like, I don't know, man. This is a crazy question. I'd be pretty uncomfortable having somebody chained to me, let alone a femboy, you know, while I'm trying to eat and take a shower and sleep. But I also don't want to have to wear a pink crop top. Not even 5 minutes into the video, I'm using my one and only pass already. That means I have to answer every single question going forward. Please stop with these weird videos. Remember, you have a female audience as well. I need y'all to understand that I'm not the weird one here. You guys are the ones submitting all these crazy confessions and crazy would you rathers. I'm just the messenger, don't shoot me. I make Google Forms so you guys can participate in them. I like to hear from my audience, and what you see is what you give me to work with. I just work here, man. I'm not the weird guy here. I would like to make tamer videos, but that's what you guys give me. I don't know. To be honest, I want to start gaming anyway. Would you rather forget your best memories or forget the people you made those memories with? So I'll still have the memories, but like with faceless people, I guess. But if you're trying to say that I forget my friends and my family. Forgetting my best memories would suck, but at least I would have those people in my life and I can make new memories with them. Would you rather live the life of every human ever or be immortal? I'll go in depth. You experience everything that has ever happened to every human. You would go through their ups and downs, every joy and suffering, every moment of every human life ever, from birth to death. Every single human from first until now. About 100 billion people. I feel everything emotionally and physically. Oh my gosh, you know how many people were tortured? Or would you rather be immortal? Plain and simple, you can't die. That's it. You will never change after age 30, never get hurt or feel physical pain. That's pretty cool. You will go through eras of humanity, the death of trillions. Wow, that really puts into perspective. Trillions of people is crazy. And the eventual extinction of humanity. Then the red giant phase of the sun, which will scorch the earth and maybe destroy it, after which you will float alone amongst the stars, planets, and galaxies of the universe for the rest of time. Your move, Josh. I'm living infinitely, forever. I can't die, I can't go to heaven. That sucks. I can't go anywhere. I'm stuck in reality with nobody, with nothing to do. That's the ultimate dopamine detox, and I'm not ready for that. Do I just have the memories of every human ever, or am I literally going through all the motions of it? Am I living 100 billion lives? Because I would say the average, with everybody that's ever lived, the average lifespan, let's just call it 50 years. 50 times 100 billion is 5 trillion. So that's 5 trillion years that I'm living. I'm gonna go with the first option for real. Not being able to go to heaven is the ultimate red flag for me. I know some really bad things have happened to people before, but like, even if I die as somebody else, I know I'm gonna respawn as another person. The worst thing that can possibly happen to me is I die, boom, next person. Keep on eating off years of that 5 trillion years I have to live. People have had some really good lives and people have had some really bad lives. So it'll be a mixture, it'll all cancel out. That's honestly really cool actually. I get to understand everybody. I could be the best therapist of all time because I can relate to literally everything there is to relate to. Whereas the other option, I'm literally just stuck in space with nobody to talk to, so lonely forever. Yes, I'll experience all the torture and all the pain and slavery. I have to experience being every individual slave. That's gonna suck. But I'll also be the slave master, so I have to experience being on the receiving and giving end of non-consensual activities, which really sucks. This was not an easy choice at all. That was a great question. Shout out, bro. What do y'all think in the comments? Let me know. Would you rather be asked small favors every time you talk to someone? Like really easy, like can you go grab me a glass of water? But it's literally every conversation you have to say yes. Or permanently have sticky hands, like you have maple syrup on your hands that can't be washed off. Other people can feel it, and every time you touch something, it leaves residue. Love your vids, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I mean, you said there were pretty easy, small favors, nothing crazy. Can you tie my shoes? Can you check if I have something on my face? You know, nothing crazy. I don't mind that. Having sticky hands forever would drive me insane. Whenever I would pet my dog, especially in shedding season, I'm gonna have fur all over my hands. Literally that scene in Amazing Spider-Man where he rips the shirt off the woman, that's gonna happen to me a lot on accident. And it's just gonna feel gross. Whenever I ball my fist up, it's just gonna be like, I don't think I can do that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I would rather just do favors for people and then people will like me, you know? Will they take advantage? I mean, only if I talk to somebody. So they can't just come up to me knowing that I'm the favor guy and just boss me around. I have to talk to them. So if I have a feeling that somebody's gonna try to take advantage of me, I just won't say anything to them and then I won't have to do a favor for them. But if I like go over to somebody and have a conversation, cool, I'll get you a glass of water, let's talk, let's yap. But like having a sticky hand, can't do it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Would you rather have to wipe 100 times after taking a dump or not be able to wipe at all? You can't wash with a bidet either, cheater. I can't poop in a rush. It's gonna take me a long time to completely wipe my butt, but if I do it quickly, I know it's gonna be 100 every single time. I can just 1, 2, 3. It's not like I'm checking in between every one and saying, oh man, there's more. I know it's gonna be 100 every time. I can just speed run it and then really get in there that last time and I'll be good. That's a lot better than not being able to wipe at all. Letting it crust just indefinitely. I can never wipe my butt. So yeah, I'm taking the first option for sure. Would you rather spend a week in a prison cell with P. Diddy, you're a 16-year-old girl, or spend 12 hours in a locked, small, smelly porta potty with 500 flying roaches? Love the vids, praise God, and make the right choice. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Praise God. I'm gonna try to make the right choice. Being in a prison cell as a 16-year-old girl with P. Diddy is low-key out of the question. I am an adolescent 16-year-old girl. He is a grown man. I can't defend myself. I'm cooked. I'm gonna emerge a very traumatized 16-year-old girl. Wait, and like after the week, am I still a girl? Or do I turn back into a guy? 12 hours with flying roaches. All I gotta do is like curl up into a ball, cover my ears, sit in the corner of it, and yeah, I can pee whenever I need to because I'm in a porta potty. I don't know what kind of clothing I can wear, assuming I have like whatever I have on now, a t-shirt and sweatpants. I'm just gonna curl up into a ball and wait for the 12 hours to be over. I don't have to worry about anybody violating me and traumatizing me. I'm just gonna take a million showers when I'm done. Would you rather be built like Michael Jordan in his prime, but you have a 1-incher? Or would you rather have a 12-incher, but be built like a jelly bean and be 4'11"? I'm not gonna lie, I'm taking the 4'11" jelly bean with a 12-incher. Peep game and lock in. If I'm 4'11" and built like a jelly bean, most women are not gonna find me attractive, if I'm being honest. So I have to overcompensate with my personality. And eventually, my personality will resonate with one woman. And if she loves me for my personality and can set aside the fact that I'm 4'11" and built like a jelly bean, then she loves me for who I am. I marry this woman and she reaps the 12-inch benefits of being my wife. Whereas on the other side, I'm built like Michael Jordan, I'm 6'6", all the girls want me. I finally find the one that I really like, I marry her, then she finds out what I have down there and it's a 1-incher. She's gonna be really disappointed. She's gonna regret marrying me. She already loves me for who I am, and then I'm gonna show her why she made the right choice. If I'm built like that and have a 1-incher, no amount of motion of the ocean can save you. You're cooked. Every woman you get with is gonna regret getting with you, or just not get with you at all and laugh at you. I'm not gonna lie. Getting laughed at in the bedroom with no clothes on in your most vulnerable state is low-key a lot worse than getting laughed at on the street when you try to talk to a girl. So I'm taking the latter option for sure. Would you rather go to school wearing a full SS uniform for 1 day or wear a MAGA hat to school for 1 month? You still would have to go to classes normally. A full uniform the whole day or a hat? I'm taking the uniform. I'm not gonna lie, because I'll pull up to school wearing the uniform. They're like, what? Dude, what are you wearing? Oh my God, what? Hey, what is he wearing? Then the next day I'll pull up in normal clothes and be like, guys, I'm sorry I had to do that. Let me explain to you why. First off, the SS uniform, nobody wears that. That's not a thing that people do. But MAGA hats, people wear those. And if I continuously wear that for a month, they're gonna think I'm genuinely on the other side. 30 days of wearing that hat, there's no explaining, there's no defending yourself, but you're cooked. Oh, there's that guy who always wears a MAGA hat. As a black man too, bro, I would get no respect at all from anybody. And we live in the age of TikTok. I'm gonna get recorded and posted and people are gonna see my face and think of the MAGA hat guy. I'm doing the first option, the SS uniform. It's gonna be painful, but it's only for 1 day. You have the death sentence and you get to choose, would you rather die by the lemon bowl or burning table? Which do you choose? The lemon bowl, you have all your skin grated off by a cheese grater and then are doused in salt. During this unbearable agony, you're put in the lemon bowl. Like the brazen bowl, but filled with lemon juice, which will put you in even more pain. On top of that, there's a small fire under the bowl heating the juice to about 60 degrees Celsius, 140 Fahrenheit, which would burn your skin and would take a good while to kill you. Also, the bowl is fully filled, so on top of all that agony, you would drown to death after a few minutes. Wow, hot lemon juice in my lungs. Also burning my skin on the outside. Not fun. Burning table, you're strapped to a metal table that's constantly heated to 40 degrees Celsius. Stop with the Celsius. Hold on, 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Gosh, this is pretty hot. Not hot enough for instant or even quick burns, but over the course of hours and days, this would highly irritate and burn your skin slowly but surely. Every 24 hours you are flipped and your back and front is doused in salt. You would have to endure this slow and agonizing pain for several weeks, as you're given just enough water to keep you alive, but are not fed. Wow. So you would eventually die from starvation, infection, and from the mass burns or blood loss. Love your videos. Hope to see your answer to this one. Thank you, bro. I'm about to think of an answer right now. Automatically, the first option, I die in a few minutes. I'm not suffering for real. I'm suffering, but not for that long. The second one, I'm literally suffering for weeks. Weeks and weeks of being strapped to a table, unable to move, unable to do anything. I'm peeing on myself, I'm pooping on myself, I can't do anything. I'm strapped down. And the table is low-key burning me slowly. but surely. That sucks already. Getting doused in salt also sucks. I would rather not deal with starvation and infections and losing a lot of blood. Ooh, wait, I forgot. I have to genuinely endure getting my skin scraped off by a cheese grater. I have a lot of skin, and I have skin in very sensitive areas. For somebody to do that with a cheese grater, the entire process would be like 3 hours. It depends on how fast they grate, but like, yeah. 3 hours of genuine torture. Horrible. Get scraped up, get burned, and I drown. All in 3 hours. We're done, you know? Or I spend the next several weeks slowly dying, suffering the whole time. I think dying of starvation is pretty painful, but nothing here is more painful than getting my skin grated off. Either way, it's cooked. So I'd rather just get it over with in 3 hours instead of prolonging the inevitable for weeks. So, hate to say it, but I'm gonna take lemon bowl, bro. Man, these are both terrible. Gosh, dude. After they get like halfway done grating my arm, I'm just gonna grab the grater and get it over with. I ain't gonna lie, I can't. Would you rather be forced to become a furry for an entire decade of your life or live dirt poor for the rest of your life? With the furry option, you have to tell your friends and family, attend parades and all that stuff. Parades? Dog. So this is a decade of my life. 10 years is a very long time being a furry. So I can't ever take the suit off. I don't really know the rules and parameters of being a furry. If I was like 15 reading this question and I'll be a furry for the next decade and I'm like 25 when I'm finally free from those shackles, I'd be like, man, I was pretty crazy in my teenage years and early 20s, but now I'm mature, I'm a different man now. But being a furry, starting at 22, bleeding into my 30s, bro, they're gonna be like, bro, come on, what are you doing? Nobody will really hire me during that period. After a certain point, I don't think my friends will want to be my friends anymore. They're like, bro, take the suit off. You're 28. I'm like, bro, I can't. It's fused to my body. Being poor for the rest of my life is pretty crazy. Even after I can finally take the suit off at 32, I still have the rest of my life ahead of me, but like being doomed to being dirt poor for the rest of my life, nobody can ever come into my life and give me money. I'm just stuck living like that. That doesn't sound like a good life. I'm gonna be honest. I hate that I'm choosing this one, but give me the furry suit, bro. Would you rather live 200 years ago or live 200 years in the future? I'm black. You want me to go to 1825? That's not a good idea. I don't think so, nah. Would you rather always wear mildly uncomfortably damp clothes? The type of clothes you would feel from the washing machine and you can feel a little bit of the wet cloth all over your body for the rest of your life? Or every time you go to bed and start sleeping, all the lights will turn on. And when you get up and turn them off, they'll just turn it right back on before you fall asleep again. Living with damp clothes forever sounds terrible. Not only is that uncomfortable, but it's like a breeding ground for mildew and mold and stuff. So is it just like damp in my closet too, and it just can't ever be dry? I don't think I can do that. Or the lights will be on all the time. Low-key, I would just get a sleep mask. Found a loophole, thanks. Hey Josh, I've been loving the vids. Thank you, I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you for watching. Anyways, would you rather fight Prime Mike Tyson or eat 10,000 ghost peppers? 10,000 ghost peppers, bro? One ghost pepper is 1 million Scoville units, which is pretty hot. For reference, pepper spray is like 2 to 3 million. 10,000 ghost peppers is like 10 billion Scoville units. At that point, you're beyond drinking a glass of milk. You're gonna like choke up and low-key die. Like your throat is gonna close. Your taste buds will never be the same ever again. My stomach lining will never recover from that. Fighting Prime Mike Tyson has got a cool 60 pounds on me. The worst he'll do is knock me out. I'll be wearing a mouth guard and I'm assuming there's a referee there, so once he knocks me out, they'll stop the fight and then I can get up and go on with my life. So it's either get knocked out or like destroy your entire body from peppers. I'm gonna choose Mike Tyson. Those are some really good questions, like genuinely. I had to think a lot about them and I love to think. Thank you for submitting and participating and making this video possible. I'm really surprised that I was able to get through them while using my first and only skip so early in the video. That was a very valid question to use that pass on. More genie wishes are coming up, but I want to add a twist to it and branch it off into another series. I saw this game on TikTok called Monkey's Paw. I forgot his last name, but I know his first name was Chris. Credit goes to him. So you give me a wish and then I create a catch to it to make you not want the wish anymore. Kind of like my superhero video, but wishes. So you can wish anything you want. Try to make it like not superpowers so it can be different than the last video. Just like wish anything you want. I'm gonna make you not want it anymore. I'm really excited for that. There's a link in the description. Go fill it out! Hope you guys have a great day. Give glory to God, and I'll see you next time.